Alright, well I'm going to change my dashboard bulbs, the ones that light up the instrument panel. I had one burn out and I replaced them. I didn't like the ones I put in because I put in these LED bulbs which aren't very bright. So I'm replacing the whole four. There's 4 of them back there. I'm going to replace all 4 of them. And the way you do this, you start off, make sure your steering wheel is out and up because that'll give you easier access to 2 bolts. If you follow the knee bolster thing here down, you can't really see it because it's kind of hidden. But at the bottom of the knee bolster, there are 2 bolts that you can unscrew to remove the knee bolster. I've done this several times now because I've experimented with different bulbs. But I'm going to take these two bolts out. And I'm using a nut driver because I didn't put them in very tight last time. But you might have to use a ratchet or something because they can be pretty tight to start off with. So I got both the bolts out. Then you got to kind of pull this knee bolster, kind of pull it forward because there's a couple little tabs that engage in the top part here. So when you pull it forward like that, it'll pop out at the top. And there's some electrical connectors you have to move. There's one right here, which is for the valet switch. And I always end up pulling out the entire valet switch because I can't get the connector off. Oh, I got the connector off that time. Normally I pull out the whole valet switch, but it pops right back in. And then there's another connector over here on the right side that goes to the, I think it's a temperature sensor. And you disconnect that. And then you can just set this whole bolster off to the side. Now, once you have that thing out, what you want to do is put the steering wheel all the way down and all the way out. It's all the way out. And then turn off the key. Then you got to go back to the trunk, and this is important. You got to go back to the trunk and disconnect the battery because you don't want any power on this as you're pulling the plugs to the instrument panel. The first time I did this, I didn't bother to take the battery off, and when I plugged the connectors back in, there was a big spark, and sparks are always bad. Alright, so now I got the battery disconnected. The next thing to do, where the knee bolster was, there's a couple of screws that can be removed now. There's one right here. They're right on the bottom edge of this wood trim. There's another on the other side in the exact same place. It's kind of right down below the washer switch and the turn signal. So after these 2 bolts are out for the screws, why'd my steering wheel go back up? Oh, because I took the key out. Okay, I got to make the steering wheel go back down real quick. So I'll hook up the battery. Yeah. Steering wheel's going down. Now the steering wheel's down. Now I can disconnect the battery. And it should stay down. Because I pulled the key up before I disconnected the battery. Alright, so now that I've got those 2 screws out, they hold in this little a wooden trim panel around the instruments. You can kind of pull out and downward and it will slip right out. First time I did it, it took a little bit of pressure, but it should come out pretty easily. Once you've got it out, there's a connector over on the right side that needs to be disconnected. That goes to the little trip computer button. And so I got that disconnect right there disconnected. So now I got the trim piece off. Now there's 4 bolts that I need to disconnect. If I can find my nut driver. I think these are also 8mm. Nope, they're not. They're going to be 7s. So I'm going to get my 7mm socket. Alright, so I got my 7mm socket here. I can just take all 4 of these off. There's one at each corner of the instrument panel. You gotta be careful that you don't drop these because they can fall somewhere and make it hard to find them. Oh, I just dropped one, but at least I dropped it on the floor. There's the second one. Oh, to get these, the two over here on the left, so this little piece right here comes off pretty easily. It just slides right out. So you take that off. Now you can get to these other two bolts. The toughest one, I'm on the bottom left. The toughest one is the top left because it's a tight little space and it's hard to get your fingers back in there. The harder part is putting the bolt back in, but it's not that bad. Okay. That one didn't want to come out all the way, but that's alright, because it'll pull out when I pull out the instrument pin. Next thing you want to do, there's two connectors, a yellow one and a black one on the right and on the left. And to disconnect them, there's a little lever, and you push in on that little tab right there, and it allows the lever to pop up. And then when you move the lever over, the whole little connector just comes right off. And you do the same on this side. And the whole connector comes off. And you can see the whole thing is jiggling around right now. Now, once you got those off, all you got to do is carefully pull the instrument panel right out of there. Get that bolt out of the way. And once the instrument panel is out, on the back side of it here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big connectors. And you got a bunch of smaller ones too. I haven't replaced those. I haven't had problems with these smaller bulbs, but I'm going to replace the bigger ones. And they can be pretty tight, but you should be able to do them with your fingers. If not, I actually used I put a crescent wrench across it to twist it. And then once the little connector comes out, you just take out the old bulb. In this case, it's an LED, and put in the new bulb. And these aren't polarized, so they can go in either direction. And then you put it back in there, twist it about 90 degrees, and it's in. And I'm just going to do all four the same way and put everything back together the same way I pulled it out. And that's it.